Sometimes you need to get knocked down before you can really figure out what your fight is and how you need to fight it. Sometimes you need to feel the pain and sting of defeat to activate the real passion and purpose that God predestined inside of you. God says in Jeremiah, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. You would rather find purpose than a job or a career. Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. I don't know what your future is, but if you are willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Now, this is your time.
Boseman's death was not only shocking because he was an icon and a real hero to so many, but because none of us even knew he was ill. It is a painful reminder that disease and disability are so often invisible that we can never know what another person is enduring. Cancer treatment is weakening and exhausting, and yet Boseman continued working, sharing his gifts and passion with the world and not asking for sympathy. That's incredible, but it's also a painful reminder that many diseases and struggles don't show up in the red carpet photos and aren't visible in a performance on the silver screen. There aren't words to express what an amazing human being Chadwick Boseman was. You come upon people in your life who were next level good. This was a man who was beyond talented and was so unbelievably giving, not only as a performer, but as a human being. Chadwick was T'Challa in real life. He was someone who gave and never stopped giving. He became an idol for not only the black community, but for the world. Chad was an anomaly. He was calm, assured, constantly studying, but also kind, comforting, and the warmest laugh in the world. Eyes that have seen much beyond his years, but could still sparkle like a child seeing something for the first time. He was a special person. He would often speak about heritage and what it means to be African. When preparing for the film, he would ponder every decision, every choice, not just for how it would reflect on himself, but how those choices could reverberate. We weren't sure if we knew what he was doing, but looking back we realized that Chad knew something we all didn't. He was playing the long game, all while putting in the work, and work he did. He would come to auditions for supporting roles, which is not common for lead actors in the big budget movies. He was there for several Mbaku auditions. Cancer is a monster, so is depression. So are so many diseases and mental illnesses. The people we encounter every day, both in daily life and in media, are suffering and fighting battles we can't imagine. Also the reason why it is so important to have compassion and understanding for all of them. Chadwick Boseman left the world in a better place than he found it. He gave an entire culture an iconic hero to admire, and he did that while fighting a terrible disease. He acted with grace and strength in all ways, and we owe it to his memory to endeavor each day to do the same. Rest in power, King.